right, everybody. Welcome to Using My Story. Today we have an awesome podcast guest. We got none other than Jeffrey with us. Jeffrey, can you introduce yourself and share a little bit about what your drug of choice is?
Yeah, what's up, Isaac? My name's Jeffrey. I'm from Rhode Island in the East Coast. I'm 25 years old, and my DOC is alcohol.
Awesome. How long you been sober?
Let's see, it's been about over 90 days. It'll be 4 months on the 13th of April.
Awesome, man. Congratulations. Now, a lot of people, you know, dealing with addiction and alcoholism and all these issues, a lot of it comes from what happens as we grow up. So, can you share a little bit about your childhood?
Yeah, growing up, I was bullied a lot. I didn't fit in. I had a peanut allergy, so kids would shove peanut butter in my face and try and kill me. And that made me like feel like I didn't fit in. And when I found alcohol with some friends, I felt like I fit in. And I started drinking at 13, and I didn't stop until I got locked up. Um, Even after I got out, I was still drinking, even though I shouldn't have been. I could drink like 2 liters a day, fall down on my face, break some teeth, do it again.
And how was it like that first time you drank? What was that experience like?
It was a relief. It was an escape. I felt like I belonged. Um, I just felt like I had arrived.
Yeah.
Like we were out in the woods. We dug a hole, put some firewood down in the hole, and uh, we had a fire pit, and we were out drinking by the fire pit. And I just remembered the feeling of relief and escape, and just that I had belonged. Just like I had, I had arrived.
Yeah, yeah. And so you drank to escape. Um, what was your favorite thing about alcohol?
Uh, the way it made me feel, like just like I said, just that it was an escape and a relief. I would always just check out. I would, I got served, so I would be the one getting the liquor, and I would get like 2 liters, and one would be for my friend, one would be for me, and if I'd finish mine and I'd be halfway through theirs, and they'd be like, what the heck are you doing? And I'd be like, I'd be on a good one, bro. They called me Brian, like Brian from Family Guy.
Oh,
Like,
oh man. So so when you were drinking, trying to escape your reality and all that, a lot of parents they don't even know that their kids are drinking. So what are some signs that parents could look out for, to see if their teenagers are drinking?
um, uh, absence, like absence from the family, absence from the household, coming in late, or not even showing up, missing school,
Hmm.
stuff like that, getting suspended from school.
Just kind of acting different than usual.
Yeah,
Got it. And what did you notice like as you were drinking? How old are you now?
25.
25. So 11 years of drinking. Did you notice after like drinking and drinking, was there any other mental health issues that kind of went alongside the drinking?
It's a suicide ideation, like just feeling like I was never enough. So that would be drinking to escape, but also like just wanting to end it all.
So did you ever try to commit suicide?
There was a couple times I did. One time I ate a jar of peanut butter because I'm deathly allergic to peanut butter. My mom found me. If she hadn't have found me, I would have been dead. She was at the grocery store and she came home and I was up out on the kitchen floor. EMS saved me. Um, There's another time I ate a whole bottle of Tylenol, had my stomach pumped, and there was another time I was ready to jump out a second story window and the officer talked me down.
Wow. And so, what when you stop drinking, or what can you describe the withdrawals? Like, what are the withdrawals like off of
I've
alcohol?
had two seizures in the past from when I stopped drinking, so it's not pretty.
So the seizures, because the alcohol is like super deadly to come off of.
Yeah,
So when you hit the peak of your alcoholism, how much were you drinking per day?
2 liters, or even like a mason jar of moonshine.
Seizures. What else? What other kind of withdrawal symptoms did you have off of the alcohol?
Shakes.
Shakes,
Yeah,
like sweating,
yeah, sweats, shakes. Can't really control the shakes. Those went on for like a week sometimes.
weeks.
Yeah.
Wow. And what's the craziest thing you ever did to get alcohol?
Um, I want to say rob a store at gunpoint.
For some alcohol?
Yeah.
Wow. What happened? Like, tell us about the story.
Um. Well, I was with some friends, and we were there's a quarry. The houses were above the quarry, and then there was a town down under the quarry. And so we went down on the town and pulled out a long rifle 22 and robbed a guy for some Sky vodka, some pineapple Sky vodka, and some cigarettes.
So- and you know what's crazy? You know we're laughing about it. We're laughing because we're like, man, that was dumb. That was crazy. People,
Yeah.
other people will watch and be like, wow, this guy's laughing that he robbed somebody, but we're not. We're not
No,
laughing about
it's
robbing somebody. We're laughing
yeah.
because we did some crazy things to get high or get drunk.
Yeah, the extreme length that I was willing to go to is very humorous.
Oh yeah, like that's exactly it. And but a lot of people don't understand that because we get a lot of people watch the show that's like they never struggled.
Yeah,
The video
no.
went viral and they saw it. You know.
I've been up and down. Like I've had it where I've had plenty of money, where I've had settlements, I've had stacks of cash on me. I've had it where I've been homeless, sleeping in dumpsters. I've had it where I've had nothing. Like this time coming around, for me getting back on my feet, I was in a mental hospital. Before I reached you guys, I was before this time at the beginning of the sobriety, I was in a mental hospital, and the social services sent me to a homeless shelter. So my last drink was at a homeless shelter.
Mm.
I bought a Four Loco and I had a blunt, but at that point I realized I needed to get help, and I called my dad. And my dad, because my dad was kind of against me using the private insurance, but I was like, Dad, come on, I need to do this. This is like the only way I can do it. So I bounced between a few programs before I got here, but now I'm here and my life has changed forever.
That's awesome. So, tell us about how things are doing now. Like talk about the change part. Like how you went from being homeless, working with your dad to get you to to be able to go to treatment, and then being in treatment, and then where you're at now. Like how is that all? How did all that change, and how are you doing now?
Well, it was definitely a fight. My dad was very upset with me. I didn't have his permission to use. Um, I, I've, I've been So I'll just go over my story, I guess. Like, I got out to California at 18 to 20 21. I stayed sober. I had 3 days, 3 years sober. I worked for the DOD at the time. I was leaving Pendleton. I was on the 15 North to a house I rented in Temecula. And this lady, this flight attendant, was texting and driving, and she crushed my leg on I was on my motorcycle, and she crushed my leg. So my leg was snapped in half. You can see the scar right here. This was all down to bone.
Mm.
So after that, I had trouble staying sober for like 2 or 3 years. So I probably been to like 30 treatment programs. And I'm 25 going on 26. 26, the private insurance cuts out.
Mm.
So me turning 25 this year in December, I was like, damn, I got like one more year. And my dad was like, no, you don't. Use your Obamacare. I'm like,
Mm.
what? Obamacare? What's that going to do? You know what I mean? So I so I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him. I did tell him. Eventually I was like, listen, Dad, I gotta be honest with you. Like, I'm working a program. I'm good. I'm staying sober. Part of me staying sober means I have to be honest. I used the insurance, and he was like, "Oh no, you didn't." I was like, "Yes, I did." So So it's like I said, after the motorcycle accident to now, it's been a struggle to stay sober. I've been to like 30 rehabs and I've relapsed like 40 times. Not something I'm proud of, but my journey is my journey, and it's gotten me to where I am today, and I'm grateful to where I'm at today because I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I'm at Solace.
So what's happening with you now? Because I'm gonna be 100% with you. When I first saw you, you look different than how you look right now.
Yeah,
You look like you were going through a lot, and now
I
you look
was.
happy. You look happy. So
I
what
found
happened?
God. I found God, honestly. Like I strayed away from God a lot. I really didn't have His presence in my life, but I also have the presence of brothers in my life. My mom and my sister, they refused to talk to me because I can be a bit of an asshole. So they were sick of me putting them through the ringer. So I had just had them cut me off. I still have my dad in my life, but we never really were that close. So what I've found is I found a family, like a family that I
Yeah,
never thought I could have, and it's been a weight off my shoulder, and it's been like a guiding light.
that's awesome. So what do you mean by that? Like you found a family. A lot of people don't understand
Like
like what that
brothers in
means.
Christ.
Yeah,
Just like just a connection that's like unexplainable unless you experience yourself. And it's an experience that I experience in person with people who I call my brothers. We're not blood related. We're not related in any matter, but we're related through the belief of Christ.
yeah. What does it feel like to be accepted? I know you've been pushed away, like you said, your whole life. People have tried to bully you, and people have tried to, you know, try to treat you like you're not valuable. But now you're accepted for who you are. How does that feel?
It feels great. It feels amazing. Um, I'm excited to be a member of this community. And I'm looking forward to it.
If you had 30 seconds to share with somebody that's struggling right now, they think they've tried you tried to get sober 40 times. Maybe they're on their 30th try or their 20th try and they want to quit. What could you tell them to encourage them?
Uh, it just takes that one time of you being willing and ready, and to definitely don't try and do it on your own. Try and use whatever resources are available around you, whether that be a church or a program, a non-medical detox, um, community resources, whatever, private insurance, whatever you can grasp onto to get you to that next step. Do it.
Love it, man. Well, thank you so much. If any of you have friends or family, anybody that needs to get clean and sober or somebody that needs help, feel free to reach out, hit the link in the bio, share the video with somebody that needs it. And excited to see how many people this story reaches, man. I
For
know it's
sure.
going to help a lot of people.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks again.